My biggest financial regret. Have you ever looked back and thought, if I could go back, I would never have done that? For me, it wasn't a small mistake. It was a financial decision that cost me thousands, and it taught me a lesson I'll never forget. My biggest financial regret wasn't just about spending too much. It was about not thinking strategically, ignoring long-term consequences, and letting emotions control my money. It all started a few years ago. I was excited about a new opportunity, feeling confident in my income, and ready to enjoy life. I made a purchase, or rather, a series of purchases that seemed harmless at the time: gadgets, subscriptions, lifestyle upgrades. Each felt justified, but I wasn't tracking my expenses and I wasn't thinking about my goals. Fast forward a few months and reality hit. My savings were low, bills piled up, and I realized that the money I spent could have been invested, saved, or used to pay off debt. The regret? It wasn't the money itself, it was the lost opportunity to grow and secure my financial future. In this video I'll share the financial decisions that led to my regret, the emotions and habits that fueled these choices, the lessons I learned the hard way, how you can avoid making the same mistakes. By the end of this video, you'll understand how financial regrets happen, why they're often preventable, and how to turn your mistakes into actionable lessons that improve your financial habits and mindset. 1. The mistake and what happened. Let me break down exactly what happened. I had a comfortable income, but I was living without a budget. I didn't track recurring subscriptions, small impulse purchases, or luxury splurges. At first, it seemed fine. After all, I was earning more than enough to cover expenses. Then came the big mistake. I invested heavily in a side business without fully understanding the market or the risks involved. I poured thousands into tools, courses, and marketing, thinking it would pay off immediately. The result? The business didn't generate the revenue I expected, and I found myself struggling to pay for essentials, let alone my lifestyle. That's when the real regret set in, not because I tried, but because I didn't prepare, research, or plan for failure. But it wasn't just the big investment. The smaller purchases compounded the problem. A new gadget here, a subscription there, fancy dinners, unnecessary upgrades, they added up. By the end of the year, I realized that my financial freedom had been compromised by a combination of impulsive spending and poor planning. The emotional side of this is what really hits hard. I felt guilty, frustrated, and anxious. I knew I was capable of making better choices, but the regret of what I could have done differently weighed heavily. This experience taught me one key lesson: financial mistakes aren't just about money, they're about behavior, planning, and mindset. 2. The lesson learned from this experience. I learned lessons that transformed the way I handle money. 1. Track every expense. Knowing exactly where your money goes is non-negotiable. Small recurring charges and impulse purchases add up faster than you think. 2. Plan for the worst, even when pursuing opportunities. Always assess risks, have contingency plans, and avoid overcommitting financially. 3. Delay gratification. Just because you can buy something now doesn't mean you should. Waiting 24 to 48 hours before a purchase helps separate impulse from intentional spending. 4. Align spending with goals. Every dollar should serve a purpose, whether it's saving, investing, or paying down debt. 5. Learn from mistakes. Regret isn't wasted if you extract lessons. Reflect on your decisions, identify what went wrong, and implement changes moving forward. I started applying these principles gradually. I created a monthly budget, audited subscriptions, and focused on high-priority investments. Slowly but surely, my financial health improved, and I regained control over my money and my peace of mind. The emotional transformation was just as important. I went from anxiety and guilt to confidence and empowerment. Mistakes happen, but when you learn, adjust, and apply lessons, they become powerful tools for growth. 3. How you can avoid similar mistakes. Here's how you can avoid making the same financial mistakes I did. 1. Start with a budget. Know your income, essential expenses, and discretionary spending. Track it consistently. 2. Audit your spending. Review recurring payments, subscriptions, and small purchases. These can silently sabotage your financial goals. 3. Invest wisely. Research and understand risks before putting money into any opportunity. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. 4. Focus on goals, not comparison. Avoid lifestyle inflation and social pressure. Spend with intention, not to keep up with others. 5. Reflect regularly. At the end of each month, review your spending, note mistakes, and set actionable improvements for the next month. 6. Use regret as a teacher. When you make a mistake, don't dwell on guilt. Extract lessons and make adjustments to prevent repeating it. Financial regret can be painful, but it's also one of the most powerful motivators for change. The sooner you reflect, learn, and apply the lessons, the faster you can secure a healthy financial future. For conclusion, my biggest financial regret taught me that money mistakes are rarely about the dollars themselves. They're about behavior, mindset, and intentionality. By tracking expenses, delaying gratification, planning investments, and learning from mistakes, you can turn regrets into actionable lessons that strengthen your financial habits. If this story resonated with you, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos on smart spending, investing, and financial awareness. Also, check out our next video, Why Your Brain Loves Buy Now Buttons also. Why comparison hurts your wallet. It's packed with strategies to prevent unnecessary spending influenced by envy and peer pressure. Click now and start taking control of your money today. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a licensed financial advisor before making financial decisions.